into the New Frontier Gallery, you will immediately join those historic figures who went beyond merely gazing at the stars and began to actually reach for them.
The exhibit gives us a very general history of space exploration. Human beings, for one, dreaming about going to space, the mechanics of going to space. We get a little bit about specific missions like the Apollo missions.
But above all, this exhibit is about the many future possibilities for exploration that are as limitless as space itself, which seems to be infinite.
We have moved away from the manned shuttle program, and NASA's looking at a variety of different expeditions for the future, whether that be lunar expeditions on our moon, Mars expeditions. Of course, there's lots and lots of satellites that are going out farther into space to learn more about the various celestial bodies in our galaxy.
And what better way to learn about the future of space travel than through an exhibit created in collaboration with NASA, supported by General Motors and Lockheed Martin, and sponsored locally by the respected Las Vegas aerospace company, Arcata Associates.
When they talked to us and told us that this is going to be a NASA exhibit, something that we've been a part of for the last 23 years, it was natural for us to be supportive of this program.
Especially when you realize that Arcata has been involved in such a variety of NASA's exploratory achievements.
The very first program that we ever did was launching rockets in a polar orbit to capture a lot of different scientific information and releasing different types of satellites. So way back in the 1997 time frame, we were involved in the very first lander, which was the Sojourner, and we had engineers that developed the battery system for the Sojourner. So we have had experience in the unmanned space flight.
And they've been progressing toward the next phase in human spaceflight with their work on the Orion project, which is featured in the exhibit.
It's the crew module in which up to four astronauts can sit, will take humans into beyond low Earth orbit. So the next mission would be to be able to land onto an asteroid and then eventually to be able to be prepared to go on to Mars.
Because the initial launch of Orion is expected within this decade, it adds excitement to the many activities that will allow you to plan your own outer space trip.
Visitors can see themselves in infrared. You can pack up what kind of cargo, an interactive, and choose what kind of cargo you're going to take on your Mars mission. Probably one of the more interesting and fun thing for our younger visitors, we also have a centrifuge or space bike. So up to 3 visitors will be able to do a number of revolutions around. It doesn't hit G-force like you would out in space, but it gives you a good sense of the type of training that our astronauts will need.
Even if you will never actually experience spaceflight, you do have the chance to stand in the presence of and touch pieces of other worlds.
We've got moon rock here. We also have Mars and lunar meteorites that can be touched by visitors.
Who wouldn't be moved by opportunities like these to reach out into the heavens?
I'm very excited about bringing my children, Alex and Lauren, who are 8 and 6 years old here, because the interactive exhibits they have here are just phenomenal. I think they'll just be so excited to be able to sit in the centrifuge and on the bike and be able to learn so much about all the different NASA programs.
Which is why we take pride in providing this adventure that brings the as yet unknown so close to home.
Looking at what it is that the Springs Preserve does, as well as the mission of the Springs Preserve, it fits in very, very nicely with our focus on teaching science to the Vegas community.
And it fits with the vision of our sponsoring partner, who believes that even the farthest flung discoverers of the vast universe could begin as Earthborn dreamers.
Arcata Associates is really excited to be part of the space exhibit here at the Springs Preserve and to expose young children to science, technology, engineering, and math and how it's applied, and really be able to dream about the future of space exploration, and maybe we'll have one of the next astronauts as part of coming out of Las Vegas.